The great hall of the Zarnak Empire was full. Millions of alien eyes were watching. Some watched from floating screens in space stations. Some watched from cities on distant planets. Some watched from warships near black holes. Every screen showed the same thing. A human soldier. He was standing on a wide metal stage under bright white lights. His hands were tied with energy chains. His feet were locked to the floor. His armor was broken and burned. His name was Ryan Hale. Captain Ryan Hale. Soldier of Earth. Now, prisoner of the Empire. The crowd was loud. Different alien species made different sounds. Some hissed. Some roared. Some clicked their teeth. Some laughed. To them, this was not a trial. This was entertainment. A live show. A public humiliation. High above the stage, on a golden floating throne, sat the Emperor. Emperor Zyron. Tall, cold, covered in dark armor. His red eyes glowed like fire. He was the ruler of half the galaxy. And today, he wanted to show everyone his power. He slowly stood up. The hall became silent. Citizens of the universe, the Emperor said in a deep voice, today you will see the truth. He pointed at Ryan. You will see how weak humans are. The crowd cheered. Ryan did not move. He did not speak. He only looked forward. Two guards pushed Ryan to the center of the stage. He almost fell, but he kept his balance. Blood was on his face. One eye was swollen. His lip was broken. Still, he stood straight. His back was not bent. His head was not low. The Emperor smiled. A brave face, he said, or a foolish one. He waved his hand. A giant screen appeared behind Ryan. It showed videos. Human cities burning. Human ships exploding. Human soldiers falling. These, the Emperor said, are your people. More laughter. Your fleets are destroyed. Your bases are gone. Your leaders are hiding. He leaned forward. You are alone. Ryan closed his eyes for a moment, not in fear. In memory, he saw Earth. Blue oceans. Green lands. White clouds. He saw his mother smiling. He saw his sister running in a park. He saw his team laughing before a mission. All gone. Because of this empire. He opened his eyes. They were calm. A tall alien announcer floated near the stage. He spoke loudly. Let the show begin. Music played. Lights flashed. The crowd screamed with joy. The first test began. A metal arm came down from the ceiling. It held a glowing rod. The rod touched Ryan's chest. Electric pain rushed through his body. His muscles shook. His teeth clenched. But he did not scream. Not even once. The Emperor frowned. Turn it higher. The guard increased the power. The pain doubled. Ryan's vision blurred. His knees almost gave up, but he stayed standing. Sweat and blood mixed on his face. Still no scream. Some aliens started whispering. Why is he not crying? Why is he still standing? The Emperor was not pleased. Again, the rod hit Ryan's shoulder. More pain, more burning, more shock. His heart beat fast. His breath became heavy. But inside his mind, he was somewhere else. He remembered his training. Years ago, Earth military base, Sector 9. Rain was falling. Soldiers were running. A voice shouted, "Pain is a message. Listen to it, then ignore it." That was his commander. Commander Lewis. Your body feels pain. Your mind decides fear. Ryan had learned that lesson well. Back on the stage, the rod stopped. Ryan was breathing hard, but he was still alive. Still standing. Still silent. The Emperor stood up again. Interesting, he said. You humans are tougher than insects. Some aliens laughed. Others were quiet now. They were starting to feel confused. This was not going as planned. The Emperor walked down from his throne. Step by step, his boots made loud sounds on the metal floor. He stopped in front of Ryan. They were face to face. Red eyes to brown eyes. Power to prisoner. So, the Emperor said softly, "Do you want to speak?" Ryan looked at him, for the first time, directly. "No," Ryan said. His voice was weak, but clear. The crowd gasped. No one expected him to talk. The Emperor's smile disappeared. "Very well," he said. "Then I will speak for you." He raised his hand. A laser blade formed. blue and sharp. He cut Ryan's armor. Slowly, the metal fell away. Ryan's chest was now open. Scars were visible. Old wounds. New wounds. Stories of many battles. Look at him, the Emperor said to the crowd. This is your hero. He pushed Ryan. Ryan fell to one knee, but he did not fall fully. He pushed himself back up, using only one hand. The crowd was silent now. No laughter. No cheers. Only watching. Something was changing. Behind the stage, in a hidden control room, scientists were watching. They were checking Ryan's body data. Heart rate, brain waves, energy levels. One of them frowned. Sir, something is strange. What? Another asked. His energy readings are rising. That's impossible. He is injured. I know, but look. The screen showed red lines. Slowly going up. On the stage, Ryan fell to two. A soft heat in his chest. Deep inside, where no scanner could easily see, a small device, hidden under his skin, placed there years ago, a secret project, Project Phoenix. Only 5 soldiers had it. Only one survived. Ryan. He had never used it. It was dangerous. It could kill him, or save millions. He promised himself, I will use it only when Earth has no hope. Now, Earth had no hope. The Emperor lifted Ryan's chin. Look at them, he said. They are watching you die. Ryan slowly looked at the cameras. Billions of eyes. The whole universe. Watching, judging, laughing, or wondering. Ryan spoke quietly, but the microphones caught it. Are you done? The Emperor froze. What did you say? I asked. Ryan repeated. Are you done? A shock went through the hall. The announcer stopped breathing. The guards tightened their weapons. The crowd leaned forward. The Emperor laughed. A cold laugh. Done? We're just starting. He raised his hand to strike again. But then, the lights flickered. For 1 second. Then again, the floor vibrated. Just a little, like a distant thunder. Sir, a guard whispered. What is happening? The scientists in the control room were shouting now. Energy spike. Massive spike. It's coming from the human. Shut it down. We can't. Ryan closed his eyes. Inside his body, the device was waking up slowly, like a sleeping dragon. A soft blue light appeared under his skin, on his chest, on his arms. Thin lines of light, like glowing veins. The crowd gasped. What is that? Is he changing? Is it a weapon? The Emperor stepped back. For the first time, he felt fear, just a little. Ryan opened his eyes. They were shining, not with anger, not with hate, with calm fire. He whispered to himself, for Earth, for my family, for humanity. The chains around his hands began to crack. Tiny sparks appeared. The floor shook again, stronger this time. Somewhere far away, human survivors watched the broadcast, in hidden bases, in broken ships, in dark corners of space. They saw the light. They saw Ryan. And they whispered, is he still fighting? On the stage, the Emperor shouted, stop him, now! The guards ran forward, weapons ready. But it was already too late. Ryan slowly lifted his head and smiled, just a little, because this was not the end. This was the beginning. The guards ran toward Ryan. Their boots hit the metal floor with loud sounds. Their weapons were ready. Red laser lights pointed at his chest. Shoot him, one officer shouted. Now! But something was wrong. Very wrong. The blue light under Ryan's skin was growing brighter. It moved like living fire. From his chest, to his arms, to his neck, to his face. His whole body looked like it was made of light and shadow. The energy chains around his wrists started to shake. Crack! Crack! Small sparks jumped into the air. Ryan took a slow breath. In his mind, he heard a soft voice. Not a real voice. A memory. Dr. Keller, the scientist who worked on Project Phoenix. Years ago, in a hidden lab on Earth. Ryan, Dr. Keller had said, this device is not just a weapon. It connects your body with pure energy. It will make you stronger, faster, smarter. But He had paused. It will also burn you from inside. You must control it, or it will control you. Back on the stage, Ryan remembered those words. Control, not anger, not hate. Control. The first guard fired. A red laser beam rushed toward Ryan. In less than a second, it stopped right in front of his face, frozen in the air, like a red line made of glass. The crowd screamed, "What? How is that possible?" Ryan slowly raised his hand. The laser broke into small pieces of light. They disappeared. Like dust. The guards froze. Fear filled their eyes. This is impossible," one whispered. The Emperor shouted in rage. "Fire! All of you! Fire!" Dozens of weapons opened. Lasers, plasma guns, energy cannons, all aimed at one man. And they fired. The stage became a storm of light and fire. Smoke covered everything. Explosions shook the hall. The cameras struggled to see. Aliens covered their eyes. Some screamed. Some laughed nervously. "Now he is dead," someone said. "No one can survive that." The smoke slowly cleared. The lights returned. And everyone became silent. Ryan was still standing. Not burned. Not broken. Not falling. He was surrounded by a soft blue shield, like a bubble of light. All attacks had stopped outside it. The Emperor stepped back. His face was pale. This cannot be." Ryan looked down at his hands. They were shaking, not from fear, from power. Too much power. He could feel it, flowing inside him, like a wild river, trying to break free. He clenched his fists. "Stay calm," he whispered. "Stay human." The shield faded. Slowly, carefully, Ryan stepped forward. One step. The floor cracked under his foot. Metal broke like thin glass. The crowd moved back. Fear spread like fire. He is a monster. He is not human. Run. But Ryan was still human. He felt pain. He felt sadness. He felt anger. He felt hope. All at once. The Emperor raised his voice. "Do not be afraid. He is only one. We are an empire." He turned to his commanders. "Release the Titans." High above the hall, huge doors opened. Something moved inside. Heavy, slow, dangerous. 3 giant war machines came out. Titan units. Each one was as tall as a building, made of black metal, covered in weapons, missile launchers, laser cannons, energy blades. They were made to destroy planets. The crowd cheered again. "Yes, Titans. Now he will die. No one beats Titans." Ryan looked up. His eyes were calm, but his heart was heavy. "If I lose control," he thought, "I will die or worse. But if I stop now, humanity dies." The first Titan moved. Its arm lifted. A cannon opened. Bright white light gathered. Boom! A massive beam shot toward Ryan. Ryan jumped, faster than sound. The beam hit the stage behind him. A huge hole appeared. Smoke rose. Fire burned. Ryan landed on the wall, sideways, like gravity did not matter. Aliens gasped. "He is walking on the wall." He pushed himself and flew, not like a bird, like a missile, straight at the Titan. He punched. Just once. Boom! The Titan's head exploded. Metal flew everywhere. The giant machine fell, shaking the hall. Silence. Then, screams. The second Titan attacked. Missiles flew, hundreds of them, tracking Ryan. He moved, left, right, up, down, like light. Missiles crashed into each other, exploded, filled the air with fire. Ryan reached the second Titan. He touched its chest. Just touched. Blue light spread. Crack! The whole machine froze, then broke into pieces. The third Titan hesitated. For the first time in its existence, it stopped. Its AI tried to understand. Threat level infinite. Ryan floated in front of it, breathing hard. Blood came from his nose. His body was reaching its limit. "Go," he whispered, "before I lose control." The Titan did not listen. It charged. The Emperor screamed, "Kill him." Ryan closed his eyes. He remembered Earth again. His mother's smile. his sister's laugh, his team's jokes, green fields, blue skies. I fight for them, he thought. Not for revenge, not for hate, for life. He opened his eyes and released everything. A wave of blue energy exploded from his body, like a star being born. Light filled the hall. Walls broke. Screens shattered. Weapons melted. The third Titan disappeared. Gone. No pieces. No dust. Nothing. When the light faded, Ryan fell to his knees, breathing fast. Weak. Tired. Human again. The crowd was silent. No cheers. No laughter. No insults. Only fear. And respect. The Emperor looked at him, and for the first time, he did not see a prisoner. He saw a symbol. A warning. In the control room, scientists were in panic. His energy is unstable. He will burn out. If he explodes, this station is gone. Ryan heard nothing. His ears were ringing. His vision was blurry. A guard slowly walked forward, weapon shaking. Do we shoot? The Emperor raised his hand. No. He stared at Ryan with cold eyes. Capture him. I want him alive. Robotic drones flew in, surrounding Ryan. Energy nets opened. Ryan tried to stand. His legs failed. His power was sleeping again. For now, as the nets wrapped around him, he looked at the cameras, at the universe, and said quietly, "This is not over." Far away, human survivors cried, laughed, prayed. He is alive. He is fighting. We are not finished. The Emperor turned to the crowd. This was an accident, he said. Do not worry. The Empire is still strong, but inside his heart, fear had already won, because now he knew humans were not weak. They were sleeping giants, and one had just awakened. The blue light was gone. The broken stage was silent. Smoke was still floating in the air. Metal pieces were everywhere. Dead machines, burned walls, shattered screens. And in the middle of it all, Ryan lay on the cold floor, weak, unmoving. Robotic drones hovered above him. Red light scanned his body. Life signs stable. Energy level low. Threat status dormant. Good. A commander said, "Take him." Energy chains wrapped around Ryan again, stronger than before, thicker, with glowing seals. Designed for gods, not soldiers. They lifted him, not gently, like a broken object, and carried him away. The broadcast ended. Screens across the universe went dark. Millions of viewers sat in silence. No one spoke. No one laughed. That show had changed everything. Far away, on a hidden asteroid base, a group of humans watched the last image. Ryan's face, pale, bloodied, but alive. A woman whispered, "He did it." An old soldier said, "He reminded them who we are." A young boy asked, "Will he come back?" No one answered, because no one knew. Deep inside the Emperor's main station, below 50 metal floors, beyond locked doors, behind force fields, was a place called the Shadow Prison. No windows, no light, no sound, only darkness, only silence, only fear. Ryan woke up slowly. His head hurt. His body felt heavy, like stone. He tried to move. Pain rushed through him. He groaned softly. Chains. His hands. His feet. His neck. His chest. All chained to a black metal wall. The room was small, cold, empty. No bed. No chair. No screen. Only a single white light above him. Always on. Never off. He blinked, trying to focus. "Where am I?" he whispered. No answer. Hours passed. Or days. He could not tell. There was no clock, no sound, no change, only light and silence. Sometimes voices came from hidden speakers, not kind voices, not angry voices, cold voices. Subject, human 01. Status, alive. Power, suppressed. Begin mental pressure. Suddenly, images appeared on the walls. Earth burning, people screaming, children crying. Cities falling. Ryan closed his eyes. No, he whispered. Begin emotional attack, the voice said. Now he saw his mother, standing alone, calling his name. Ryan, why did you leave? He saw his sister, crying. Why didn't you save us? His heart broke. Tears ran down his face. It's not real, he said. It's not real. But it felt real. Too real. Subject resisting. The voice said. Increased level. Pain hit his mind. Like knives. Like fire. Memories twisted. Voices shouted. You failed. You are weak. You killed them. This is your fault. Ryan screamed. Not from body pain. From soul pain. But deep inside, something answered. A small voice. His own voice. You are still here. You are still alive. Stand. He took slow breaths. In. Out. In. Out. He remembered training again. Commander Lewis. Your mind is your weapon. Protect it. The images faded. The voices stopped. Silence returned. Somewhere else. In a dark control room. Scientists watched. His mental resistance is high. Higher than expected. Interesting. A tall figure entered. The Emperor. All scientists stood up. Your Majesty. The Emperor looked at the screens. At Ryan. Bleeding. Shaking. But unbroken. He is strong, the Emperor said. Not just in body. In spirit. Begin phase 2, he ordered. Back in the cell, the door opened. For the first time. Light flooded in. 2 guards entered. And behind them, a woman. She looked human. Almost. Same face. Same skin. Same eyes. But her eyes were empty. Cold. Like machines. Ryan looked at her. Who are you? She stopped in front of him. My name is Lyra, she said. Formerly. Human. Now. Property of the Empire. His heart stopped. Human? Yes, she said. I was captured. Like you. They broke me. They rebuilt me. They owe me. He whispered. I'm sorry. She looked away. Sorry does nothing. The guards unlocked some chains. Not all. Enough for him to sit. Lyra sat in front of him. I am here to talk, she said. To make you give up. Give up what? Ryan asked. Hope, she replied. She told her story. How her planet was destroyed. How she was tortured. How they erased her feelings. How they made her serve. They will do this to you, she said. Or worse. Join them. Live. Ryan shook his head. No. Why? She asked. You are alone. Your people are dying. You cannot win. He looked at her with tired eyes, but honest. Maybe, he said, but I can stand. And when one human stands, others remember. She stared at him, confused. A small crack appeared in her empty eyes. End session. A voice said, Return subject. Guards pulled her away. She looked back. Once. That night, Ryan lay in darkness. Weak. Hungry. Broken. But not empty. He whispered into the dark. I am still here. Far away, on Earth's last base, a signal appeared. Very weak. Very small. From Ryan's device. A technician shouted, Sir, we have a pulse. A human signal. Hope was alive. In the prison, the Emperor watched alone. He resists, he said. Good. That will make his fall sweeter. But he was wrong, because in the shadows, a fire was growing, and soon it would burn everything. The shadow prison was quiet. Too quiet. No voices. No screams. No footsteps. Only the soft sound of air moving through hidden vents. Ryan lay on the cold floor. His body was weak. His muscles hurt. His head felt heavy. But his eyes were open, and his mind was awake. He had learned something in that prison. Pain could break bones. Fear could break hearts. But hope was harder to kill. Every day, the Empire tried again. New tricks. New lies. New attacks. One day, they showed him fake news. Screens appeared on the walls. Earth surrenders. Human forces destroyed. Last space falls. Crowds of aliens cheering. Human flags burning. A voice said, "See? It is over. Stop fighting." Ryan stared at the screen. Then he closed his eyes. "No," he whispered. "You are lying." Another day, they gave him food. Good food. Warm food. Real food. After weeks of hunger. A guard said quietly, "Eat. Only if you agree to cooperate." Ryan looked at the plate. Then at the guard. "I will eat," he said, "but I will not kneel." The guard hesitated. Then left. With the food. Another day, they brought Lyra again. She looked different. Her eyes were less empty. Her face showed doubt. She sat near him. "They are scared," she whispered. "Because of you." "Why tell me this?" Ryan asked. "Because," she paused. "Because you make me remember." She touched her head. "I hear their orders. But now, I also hear myself." Ryan smiled weakly. "That means you are still human." She looked away. "I don't know how long it will last." Then she leaned closer and whispered, "There is a weakness in the prison system. During energy shift, every 6 hours, 5 seconds." Ryan's heart jumped. 5 seconds? "Yes," she said. "Not enough to escape, but enough to move." Before he could ask more, guards came and took her away. That night, Ryan did not sleep. He counted, in his head, seconds, minutes, hours. When the lights dimmed slightly, he felt it, a small change, like the air becoming thin. The energy chains, they flickered, just for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The power returned. Ryan smiled. "It's real." For days he practiced. Tiny movements, small muscle control, slow breathing, saving strength. Inside his chest, Project Phoenix was silent, almost dead, but not gone, like a sleeping animal, waiting. He whispered to it, "Not yet. Wait." In the Emperor's tower, Xiron was angry. "He should be broken by now," he shouted. "He should beg. He should cry." A scientist said carefully, "Sir, he is adapting. His mind is evolving." Xiron crushed a metal table with his hand. "Then we change the game. Prepare the conversion chamber." The room became silent. Even the scientists were afraid. The conversion chamber was worse than death. It erased memory, personality, will. It turned people into tools. Back in the prison, guards came. More than usual. Heavy weapons, shields, robots. They unlocked Ryan's chains. For the first time. Fully. "Move," one ordered. Ryan stood. His legs shook, but he stood. They led him through long corridors, dark halls, red lights, warning signs. He saw other prisoners. Aliens. Humans. Different species. All broken. All empty. Some looked at him. With weak hope. With silent prayers. He nodded to them. "I'm here," his eyes said. They reached a giant door. Black. With glowing symbols. The conversion chamber. Inside, a huge machine stood. With cables. Lights. Energy rings. A chair in the middle. Like a throne. Of nightmares. The Emperor was waiting. "So," Xiron said, "still proud?" Ryan looked at him. "I am still human." Xiron laughed. "Not for long." They forced Ryan into the chair, locked his arms, his legs, his head. Metal rings closed around him. Energy hummed. "Begin process," Xiron ordered. The machine started. Lights flashed. Noise filled the room. Pain hit Ryan's mind, harder than ever before. Memories were pulled, twisted, stolen. His mother's face blurred. His sister's voice faded. His commander's words broke. "No," he whispered. "Erasing identity." A voice said, 10%, 20, 30. Ryan screamed, not in sound, in spirit. Inside his mind, he ran, through memories, through feelings, through dreams. He held on to one thing, a small memory. Earth, sunrise, blue sky, wind on his face. Freedom, I will not forget, he thought. I will not become nothing. Suddenly, the lights flickered. 1 second. 2. Energy shift. Lyra, in a control room, sweating, hands shaking. She had waited for this. She pressed a hidden button. Power dropped. For 5 seconds. The chains on Ryan's chair weakened. The rings loosened. Ryan felt it. Now, Phoenix, he whispered. Wake up. The device in his chest answered. Weak, but alive. A soft pulse. Blue light spread. Slow, careful, controlled. Energy spike. A scientist shouted. Stop the process. Too late. Ryan's mind snapped back. Like a storm, memories returned. Stronger, clearer, he roared, and broke free. The chair exploded. Metal flew. Screen shattered. Guards fired. Lasers. Plasma. Ryan raised his hand. The shot stopped. Fell. Like rain. The room was chaos. People running. Alarms screaming. Zyron stepped back. No, not again. Ryan floated above the floor. Not glowing wildly. Not burning. Controlled. Balanced. I learned, Ryan said calmly. In your prison. In your pain. In your lies. I learned who I am. He landed, facing the Emperor. You tried to erase me, Ryan said, but you only made me stronger. Zyron shouted. Kill him. Robots attacked. Drones. Cannons. Ryan moved. Fast. Precise. No waste. No rage. He disabled, not destroyed. He knocked down guards. Broke weapons. Closed systems. He was no longer just power. He was skill. Experience. Will. He reached the control panel. Touched it. Blue light flowed. Doors opened. Across the prison. Cells unlocked. Chains fell. Prisoners looked around. Confused. Free. Go. Ryan's voice echoed. Run. Live. They ran. Cried. Laughed. Escaped. Lyra appeared. Bleeding. But smiling. You did it. No, Ryan said. We did it. Zyron stood alone. Surrounded by ruins. Fear in his eyes. This changes nothing, he said. My empire is endless. Ryan looked at the broken hall. At the freed prisoners. At the burning alarms. Empires fall, he said, when people stop being afraid. And in that moment, the universe felt it. Something had shifted. A prisoner was gone. A leader was born. Alarms screamed across the station. Red lights flashed on every wall. Warning messages appeared in the air. Prison breach detected. System failure. Security level maximum. Thousands of guards ran through the halls. War robots woke from sleep mode. Defense cannons turned. The Empire was angry and afraid. Ryan stood in the middle of the control hall. Around him were freed prisoners. Humans, aliens, different worlds, different colors, different languages. But one thing was same. They were free for the first time. Some were weak. Some were injured. Some were crying. Some were laughing. Ryan raised his voice. Listen to me. His voice was not loud, but it was strong, and everyone heard it. Follow the green lights, he said. They lead to escape ships. Help each other. Do not fight alone. Lyra stood beside him, holding a stolen blaster. Her hands were shaking, but her eyes were clear. I will guide them, she said. Thank you, Ryan replied. She smiled. For real, for the first time. Then she ran with the others, leading them to freedom. Ryan turned. Only one direction was left. Up, toward the Emperor's tower. Zyron was already running, surrounded by elite guards, golden armor, personal shields, energy blades. Protect me, he shouted. Do not let him come close. They entered a private elevator. Huge, fast, silent. Going to the top. Ryan felt it. The movement. The energy. He is escaping, he whispered. He closed his eyes. Focused. Phoenix responded. A calm blue light appeared. Not wild. Not burning. Steady. He jumped. Straight into the air shaft. Wind rushed. Metal walls flew past. His body controlled gravity. speed, direction, like a living missile. Inside the elevator, guards felt something. The walls vibrated. "What is that?" one asked. Boom! The ceiling broke. Ryan crashed inside, rolling, standing, ready. Guards attacked instantly. Blades, lasers, shields. Ryan moved, like water, like wind. He avoided, redirected, disabled. He touched one guard's armor. Power shut down. Another's weapon froze. A third fell unconscious. In seconds, they were down, not dead, defeated. Zyron was alone, breathing fast, sweating. "No, stay back." Ryan walked forward, slow, calm. "You are finished," he said. Zyron pressed a button. The elevator changed direction, going to orbit toward his warship. "If I reach my fleet," Zyron said, "I will erase you. I will erase Earth." Ryan looked at him. "You already tried. And you failed." The elevator stopped. Doors opened. Space. Stars. A massive golden warship waited. The Imperial flagship. Largest ship in the galaxy. Planet killer. Fighters flew around it. Defense shields glowed. Zyron ran. Into a shuttle. Guards followed. Ryan jumped. Across open space. Using Phoenix. Creating a blue path. Like steps in the air. Shots followed him. Missiles. Cannons. He dodged. Blocked. Deflected. He landed on the shuttle. Grabbed its wing. Ripped it off. The shuttle spun. Crashed into the hangar wall. Exploded. Zyron fell out. Rolling. Screaming. Alive. But broken. Ryan landed beside him. Stars behind him. Fire around him. "This is impossible," Zyron whispered. "You are just one human." Ryan helped him stand. Not kindly. Not cruelly. Just firmly. "One human," Ryan said. "Who remembers?" He pointed to the sky. Out there, millions are watching. Screens across the ship turned on. Across the universe. The broadcast was back. Live. Unplanned. Uncontrolled. Prisoners escape. Guards running. Systems failing. Zyron on his knees. The truth. For everyone. "You built your empire on fear," Ryan said. "Fear is weak. It breaks." Zyron laughed softly. "You think this ends me? My fleets are endless. My worlds are loyal." At that moment, alarms changed. New voice. Different tone. Warning. Fleet defection detected. Sector 4, rebel control. Sector 7, uprising. Sector 12, human alliance active. Zyron's eyes widened. "No, no, no." Across space, aliens rebelled. Slave worlds rose. Soldiers refused orders. Human survivors attacked. Together, Ryan's signal, his fight, his freedom, had started a fire. "Empires fall," Ryan said again, "when people stop being afraid." Zyron felt his knees. Empty. Defeated. "What do you want?" he whispered. Ryan thought of Earth, of his family, of pain, of loss. "I want a future," he said, "without chains." He turned off Zyron's power suit. The Emperor became just a man. Security forces arrived, not loyal to Zyron anymore. They surrounded him, but did not protect him. They arrested him. "By order of the Free Alliance," one said. "Zyron, you're under arrest." The Empire was over. Days later, a new council formed. Humans, aliens, old enemies, new friends. War stopped. Borders opened. Prisons destroyed. Slaves freed. Earth was rebuilt. Cities rose again. Trees were planted. Children laughed. Ryan returned home, not as a god, not as a king, as a soldier, as a human. He visited a quiet hill, where his family was buried. He stood there, silent. "I kept my promise," he whispered. I stood. Lyra joined him later, now free, now human again. "You changed everything," she said. "No," Ryan replied. "We did." Somewhere, a child watched the old broadcast. Ryan breaking chains, facing the Emperor, freeing prisoners. He smiled. "I want to be like him," he said. And his mother replied, "Be better." The universe remembered that day, not as a war, not as destruction, but as the day fear ended, because one human refused to kneel. Glowing star, the end glowing star.